The Anchorage Museum is the largest museum in the state of Alaska with over 170,000 square feet of public and gallery space. It's one of the top 10 tourist attractions in the state of Alaska. So the Anchorage Museum is huge, Sarah. This is a good place to start though, right?
Right, this is our Alaska History Gallery. It includes more than 10,000 years of history in Alaska, from prehistoric times through today. Everything from ancient Alaska Native artifacts all the way to contemporary Alaska Native art.
And there's also some World War II trivia that Japan actually occupied part of Alaska. People don't know that, right?
The Aleutian Islands in Alaska were occupied by the Japanese for a short time.
Right in front of us we have the big pipeline. Is that actual pipeline?
That is an actual segment of the Alaska oil pipeline.
So if somebody has like a few minutes in this area, where would you take them to?
Well, definitely I'd start with the Alaska Native area, because a lot of people don't understand Alaska's a huge place. Sure, a lot of Alaska Native things are in common, but there's several different cultural groups.
Speaking of different groups, who are these guys?
Well, we actually have a traveling exhibit right now called Star Wars, where science meets imagination. So these are some of the resident bad guys. This exhibit is called Star Wars, Where Science Meets Imagination. It came to us from the Museum of Science in Boston and Lucasfilm. It's got more than 80 artifacts from the movies. So this is the real C-3PO. This is the real R2-D2.
It's awesome. I love all these things. These were actually used in the movies.
Correct. They're real movie props. And so what this exhibit does is takes movie props and kind of talks about science fiction. What things in Star Wars have we invented? What things in Star Wars are still far in our future? What things in Star Wars are we just on the verge of?
What are we on the verge of right now?
Medical items like Aplagraph's living skin, which is in prototype right now. It actually will start sealing a wound within 15 minutes. It's the first living thing ever approved by the FDA. So it's science fiction happening right now. This is the original Anchorage Museum, which was built in the 60s.
This is nice and open, and you've got a totem pole in here.
People ask kind of why it isn't brightly painted. Well, it was at one time.
And you have a nice wishing well down there too.
Folks have adopted it as wishing well, and we hope everything comes true that they wish for.
So do I. This is beautiful art.
It is. We have an amazing collection of Alaska art, including an entire gallery devoted to Sidney Lawrence, probably the most famous painter to come out of Alaska.
What are some of your favorites? I love the one over there with the woods he's shaking, and this one here with the glacier.
One of our galleries is devoted to a lot of drawings from the Captain Cook expedition, which it really illuminates what their first experience was here.
You guys have kind of thought of everything. This place looks like it belongs in a Star Wars movie.
This is our restaurant Muse. It's run by the Marx Brothers, who are probably the most prestigious restaurateurs in Alaska.
So what's your favorite cocktail here?
Maybe the Sakatini.
I think we should end the tour with that.
I'm all for it.